Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Wednesday, October the 18th of 2023. It's 6 o'clock on the dot with the gang. Rula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. And oh my God, I'm in studio.
We're back in studio. Welcome back.
Holy crap. I haven't been here in 3 months. Yo, it was exactly 3 months ago.
Oh my God.
Today, 3 months ago today, I had my it was my last show.
Dang.
Because my surgery was July 19.
No
Is
more
that crazy?
Zoom. No more Zoom.
Oh my gosh, you
That's so
look
strange.
fabulous.
I do?
You look snatched, thin, and gorgeous.
Really?
You look well rested.
Sweet.
And taller.
I know. I feel like I've lost weight because I guess I just couldn't move a lot. And I didn't move. I'm just wearing tennis shoes. These regular. I can only wear tennis shoes for 3 months.
Getting exercise on that wheelie.
Plus, you used to go out to restaurants a lot,
Right, go out
for
to eat.
meetings and stuff.
And because I thought I was going to turn to like Jabba the Hutt at home. I was like, what am I going to do?
No, ma'am.
Because I
You did
couldn't
not.
move. And I
Your
remember
face
Tasso told me, he goes, I think you've lost weight because I wasn't really wearing like real clothes. Right. I was wearing sports bras.
Why would you?
And
but
for
you
the
saved
first
on
month, I
laundry.
was like in my pajama bottoms because of my cast. So when I was getting dressed the other day for real life, I was like, oh, my pants are kind of too big.
That's a good problem to have.
So look, they're up here.
Oh my gosh.
You cinching them.
Gotta find somewhere to hook them onto.
I know,
Maybe the
right?
bra.
Well, that's a nice thing. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Glowing this morning.
Well,
Good to have you.
It's kind of exciting, but at the same time, it was like I was like, wow, this is gonna be weird. Like I practiced drove last night to go to the drugstore.
God.
So because I haven't driven my car since July 19, and I practiced drove last night. And my daughter, one of my daughters, went with me. She's like, "Mommy, did you forget how to drive? It took me forever to back out of my driveway."
Scaring me with your driving.
And because this is the driving foot. I mean, everything. Like the boot came off yesterday at 1:30, and this is the first time I'm wearing a shoe here.
Does it feel weird with a shoe?
Totally strange. Like it's so weird that I'm not.
You can walk normal.
Well, I think
the
I
boot
have
makes you
to.
taller, like you limp.
Oh
right?
yeah, you're a little off center.
Well, I was always on the scooter, so
That's true.
this was the propelling leg was the left leg, and the right leg was on the
Take
scooter.
a picture of each leg and see if it's like
One's taller than the
it's
other.
like a chicken leg, like
Well,
mine.
one's
yeah,
totally
yeah.
thinner. This one has zero muscle. The scooter leg.
Because it's atrophied. I mean, you
Yeah.
haven't done anything for 3 months on it.
And I was kind of like having insecurity issues. Like I wanted to bring my scooter. I was like, what if I need my scooter? My foot's going to hurt. Last night was hurting.
Well, we got a wheeling chair.
'Cause I'm not used to
Push
it.
around in it.
So, no.
You got to tough
So-
it out. You know.
Yeah, I got to strengthen it back up.
Yep.
So the doctor said in 3 months I go back to, just do a 3-month post boot check. So yay!
I'm so glad she was not carrying any weapon this morning. I just got off the elevator and scared the crap out of her. I was like, she's like, ah! When she saw me behind her, I was like,
Was it because she saw you, or was it because she just?
Because he made a
saw you?
noise first, and I didn't expect him behind me. I go, what the hell?
typical old man noise. You know.
Hey, you give her a warning, like make some noise.
I didn't see her. I was coming around the corner.
Put some Tic Tacs in your pants.
Yeah, yes.
So the guy we used to work with, he had change. We'd always know he was coming around.
Oh yeah.
He was our boss. He was our boss, buddy.
There he comes.
Okay.
Like, oh, he's about to yell at us. He's coming around the corner.
Thank you for reminding me. Hefe, our boss, gave me a little gift.
What?
What'd you get?
Pink slip.
So
Because you're still here.
this time
Why?
I
What'd you
didn't get
do?
in trouble. Thank God. I forgot that he did that, and I didn't text him. I wonder if he's awake right now. I'll
what'd you get?
He gave me Specs gift card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think it was for somebody else, but I'll take it.
You know they have food there too.
Is this for? Can you give this to Audrey Rose after you?
Smack
There
now.
was no name on it, so.
Specs
Maybe it
goes
was
a
your,
long way, Sam, depending on which location you use.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Because you know that giant one downtown?
The Midtown
There's
one?
like foods and cheeses
Yeah.
and sauces and salsas and booze and
Totally forgot
sandwiches.
Celebrities.
I'll email them.
Oh, I would
right?
suggest you
Too
come out to
early?
my neck of the woods. Jersey Village has got a big Specs.
Do they?
And things
Better
are a
than
lot
Midtown?
cheaper out there.
I haven't been to the one on Fountain View.
No way.
Yeah, we got big Specs.
Well,
how's
the same
it
price
cheaper?
though. The-
Yeah, why would we?
Oh, I don't know.
It's not like
Everything else
cheaper.
is cheaper.
It's not like McDonald's.
Like the grocery stores are cheaper out there.
No.
I think so. Gas is definitely cheaper.
I think that bourbon is still bourbon at Specs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like Whole Foods might be more expensive, but that's
Right.
because it's Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if I have to gas my car up and I'm driving inside the loop, it's way more than it is out where I live.
Well, yeah, but gas is always like that. They
Yeah,
always
if you're
make
near
it
a
more
highway.
expensive.
If I visit my brother in Pearland, I'm getting gas there versus right here by the radio
Right.
station.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a new Specs on Fountain View that used to be the Rice Epicurean. And I say it's new. It's probably been around there for a while, but I haven't been in my house in 3 months. And I really want to go see what it looks like in there because I remember that Rice Epicurean from like my 20s when I used to work at Christie's, and one of my friends lived at the apartments right across the street where Phoenix used to live.
Yeah.
So I remember that rice Epicurean, and I was thinking yesterday went after the doctor and stuff, we were driving around. I go, oh my God, that Specs is already ready to go. I'm gonna go in there, but we didn't have time.
Remember that grocery store? Was it called Fresh Food?
Oh, Fresh Market.
Fresh Market.
I loved Fresh
and
Market.
then they all disappeared, and then Total Wine took those spots.
Yes,
Oh, is
yes.
that
Total
what-
Wine is all the Fresh Market.
Same parent company, you
That's what I was
think?
wondering. Were they the same company or? Because it was
they already
weird.
had like the land and the layout and everything.
Yeah, they
I don't know.
They bought up all the leases.
That's what I was
Or
wondering.
maybe they just
It's
assumed.
just odd that I felt like every fresh food market was Total Wine.
Yeah,
Let me look.
every
I'm not
Fresh
saying
Market.
everyone, but I know at least
Well, the one on
3.
Post Oak and the one on Memorial and
One over on Kirby,
Westheimer.
Kirby and Bisson or Holcomb.
In that one, all 4 of those turned into Total Wines. Oh, which, by the way, I went to Total Wine with my mom last week. I was telling Eric, that's a whole other story for another time. But y'all,
Should've recorded that.
Mama Christie inside Total Wine. I said, can we just go in there? I want to go in there and get this certain red bottle of wine that I tried at the Greek Festival. Let's go get one. And then we're in there, and God, the questions of my mom is hilarious. It was like that Geico commercial. Like, don't turn into your parents. Don't ask that
Or
question.
that was which one? Progressive or Nation? It's one of those.
Oh, it's not Geico. It's Progressive. You're right. And but the guy's like, no.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to know.
They're like
that you're
30-year-olds.
He
Aunt
has blue hair.
Mildred.
He has blue hair. We see it. You know, good enough.
It doesn't look like they're owned by the same people. Total Wine and More is a family-owned, privately held alcohol retailer led by brothers David and Robert Trone.
And that
So-
in that commercial, I always think of Kevin when the guy at Home Depot. Like, he does need help. Leave that man alone.
Oh, yeah.
I can see Kevin going over there. Oh, sir, you don't need that. That is a waste of money.
Excuse me? It is so difficult to get help in any of those stores, whether it be Lowe's or Home Depot or anything like
You
that.
always say that, but
It's so difficult. I
just
can never
use-
get help.
you just use the app, and they'll tell you where everything is.
Exactly.
Can't
What-
find a person.
Aisle and bin. You don't need a person. Use
They're
the app.
busy.
But even when I ask for a person, I've had some good luck there. I just go to customer service
I feel
and be
like
like, hi,
the-
tell me where this is.
Up-
I
So-
used to.
I mean, if you got a
pre-baby.
pretty girl with you, you get helped immediately.
No, if you're carrying a baby, they don't help you. When I wasn't carrying him, I got service.
Really?
Also, if you're in front of the copper, they don't want you stealing that. So there's a little button and bing, bong. Customer needs assistance
Oh, the copper,
in
yeah.
electricity.
I never
yeah.
thought about that. By the way, people are saying, don't forget, Rula has to go in the mystery box.
Well, duh. Yeah, that's
We'll wait till
coming, but not
Monday.
today.
I didn't want to do it
Several times, right?
at least twice.
All week.
Every single
Yeah.
day is
You
going to
got
be mystery
no,
box.
you got picked twice.
We'll do one Monday and then the Halloween.
The Halloween box.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween's on a Tuesday, I think.
The Halloween
It
mystery
is,
box.
right?
So we
yeah.
can do
It
it
is,
that
yeah.
Monday.
The
so
30th.
the next 2 Mondays.
Wish they would just put this on the last Saturday of every October.
It'd be-
Just make it a national holiday.
What about daylight savings? Did that end up passing or not?
No, that's still in
It's
limbo.
still,
in
I don't know
limbo?
why they're still
Still
doing
flipping.
it.
I thought that was a big deal.
It was supposed to be a done deal, and now it's not. And ugh.
Yeah, I went to Mexico. I had to change my clock.
What?
We're in the same time zone.
Which, to the
What now?
Pacific or to the mountain type?
To whatever it was before.
Yeah.
Oh, so just
so
1
they don't
hour.
observe daylight savings time.
No.
We do.
I want to
Because we're
say it was
about to-
later there.
We're about to fall back, right? Should we? Are we supposed to fall back soon?
Maybe it was earlier there.
I think
I'm
November, like
confused.
second or third week.
Yeah.
November
So
or
after
something.
Halloween, you
Yeah,
fall
pre-
back usually,
pretty
like around
soon.
when the Astros are.
Well, we don't know.
Astros
We'll
are
find out
playing
today.
tonight, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious to see tonight's game and how I expect to be like a 50% Astros crowd based on how the Astros fans traveled during the regular season. I think
I say-
Astros fans are going to show up, but maybe like
I say
25%.
because it's their first time in a long time having a home game. They haven't had like one game in the playoffs so far home.
Oh, wow.
So, those bandwagoners are going to really pay the money to go. Problem is, it's so far out there. Like
Arlington?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dallas.
it is. It's
Dallas
not really close to Dallas. It's like 20 minutes out of Dallas.
It'd be like let's drive to the Woodlands to go see.
What is it?
the
It's about the
Astros
same
play.
difference if you say, hey, I'm going to downtown Houston versus the Woodlands. It's about that kind of a distance.
Yeah,
By the way, I got you your daylight
so
savings
far.
is November 5th.
November
5th this year. And by the way, did you see that study, though, that only 2 states in America are rooting for the Astros? Texas
that's
and
nothing-
Louisiana.
I don't even think
That's
it's
it.
us, is it?
No, I think
our
the
state. I
whole-
thought even our state.
No, the
No,
whole
no.
country wants the Rangers. Every time the Astros play, even with the last year for the Phillies, the whole map was the Phillies.
They said
we played the
according
Nationals,
to-
the whole map was the Nationals.
The online platform Bet Online. They said Texas and Louisiana are the only 2 states that are predominantly.
By the
favoring
way, everyone's
Astros.
like, "Oh, this is gonna be an all Texas series, lame. No one's gonna watch." The ratings came out yesterday, and it was the biggest ratings since 2015.
Whoa.
For the LCS?
for any LCS,
Wow,
Whoa, that's
nice.
really
International
impressive.
League. But they moved it to Fox. It used to be on FS1.
Oh, okay.
So
what's easy?
That's what I'm
accessible?
thinking. More people can get it. And the highest rated city was Houston.
Nice.
We had an 18.4 share. Then Dallas had a 14 share.
Well, the
And
ratings
Austin had
gods
10.
love that.
So
'cause
those
these are
first
big
three,
cities.
for some reason, Detroit really likes baseball because they were in there too. Top 5.
And actually, I was
Watch
wrong.
it.
It was not when we played the Nationals. The whole map was Nationals because the scandal hadn't hit yet. It's when we played the Braves. The whole map was everyone wants the Braves to win. Everyone wants the Phillies to win. Everyone wants the Rangers to win. It's just going to be, they hate us because they ain't us.
They should. For 7 years in a row.
Right. And actually, coming up next, we've got some celebrity scoop. Oh my God, is Joe Jonas not going to get divorced? What's happening? We'll talk about that in Scoop. Here's your official weather for today.
It is going to be gorgeous. Enjoy this weather while you can, because I think by, Friday it's going to be back in the 90s. But right now, it's looking like sunshine and a high of only 84. Right now, 56 degrees, 610 on the Rule and Ryan Show.
From the big screen to the big house.
Rule and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. A couple things you need to make note of today. Today is Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We're doing the rapid fire quiz, as we do every Wednesday. I'm probably going to get snarky. By the way, I'm back in studio for those just tuning in. I'm back in the studio. The prize today for the rapid fire quiz is a 4-pack of tickets to see Theater Under the Stars, the Ugly Christmas Sweater musical, which will be really fun. We also have a chance next hour for you to get some Andretti indoor karting and games passes to make you a finalist for a pair of tickets to see Tiesto at the Formula One United States Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas in Austin this weekend. So just note, if you're going to try and win this next hour, you've got to be open this weekend to go.
Yep.
Like, oh, sorry, clear the calendar.
There are
You're going to go
people-
because you have a chance of winning it.
These Formula One fans are
it's
crazy.
a lot
Like
of
My
fun,
husband's a
though.
huge
Austin and Vegas. Those
Have you
two
ever
places.
driven by it? It's so cool.
I've never seen
Wait,
a
driven by
Formula
the
One
race?
before.
Yeah, no, I was doing a road trip one time. We went by, and so we just
Where the
pulled-
track is?
Yeah, we pulled over, and you can hear it. It's like so loud, and we're like,
Actually, I should post on my Instagram. I have my husband send it to me. When I first got out of surgery and I was on that scooter, I didn't know he was recording me going around the.
Eric showed me
It's
that video.
hilarious, right?
It's really funny.
He
You
put
should
Formula.
totally
He put
put
Formula
the
One.
music, the sound effect underneath you.
I was just going around the island in my kitchen. He's like, and I was going so slow. Anyway, and also speaking of shenanigans at home with my hubs, last night we were watching a snippet of the Phillies Arizona Diamondbacks game and saying about today, of course, it's very important we win tonight's game against the Rangers. And I said, let's just fast forward and worst case scenario, if the Astros get beat by the Rangers and the Phillies go to the World Series, who do you root for? This is why I married my husband. You know what his answer was? I'm not watching. Baseball's over.
Yep, I don't care.
I was like, that's right, baby.
I
No
will not-
Astros, no baseball. It's dead to
I
me.
will not talk about it. I will not watch it.
Yeah.
I started
I have
watching.
zero interest in
You will
any
not
of it.
watch.
I started
the World
watching
Series.
Loot on Apple.
Oh, Loot.
That what's her name? Randolph. Maya Randolph. Was that her name?
Maya
Rudolph?
Maya Rudolph.
I forget her name.
Maya
From-
Rudolph from
from
SNL.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, she's like a married to like a Bezos type character and got divorced. But she's so out of touch with the world. And she's like, I have a charity foundation.
Oh, my God.
Because the lady calls it, we need a beat.
man.
She's
And
like,
it's
what?
called what?
Loot. Loot.
I saw
I
that
gotta
on
give
the Apple
Apple
Plus.
It's like 2
credit.
seasons, I think. It's cute.
Apple is amazing. They don't have a lot. I will say Apple's got the worst interface of any streaming service, and they don't have a lot, but what they have is amazing and it's high quality.
Morning Show new episode dropped last night. I started watching a little bit to catch up the last
I'm caught
one.
up to you guys now on Morning
So
Show
good.
finally. But Rula, I'm telling you, you got to watch Lessons in Chemistry with Brie Larson is on Apple.
Just
I
came
don't
out.
have time to find something
It is
new.
so freaking good.
I don't have time to
You
find something
think it's
new.
going to be one way, and then by episode 2, you're like, what just happened? It's so good.
All right, listen, 2 big stories today to talk about in Scoop. One is Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner have moved to dismiss the divorce case. What? Does this mean they're not getting divorced? Well, it was getting really tense because they share 2 children. She's from the UK. She wanted to take the kids to the UK once, her projects were done so that she could school them there. That was the plan when they were happily married. But now it's like, we're not going to be together. You can't be shell game shuffling the kids around. I
Oh,
need
they
to
could
have
do a
time,
Will
all
and
that.
Jada.
But now they are, according to the court documents, they have reached a, quote, many various agreements. And they will now pursue an amicable resolution of all the issues. And we'll see what happens. They say, we have agreed that the children will spend time equally in loving homes in both the U.S. and the UK. We look forward to being great co-parents. That's the one big story. The other big bomb drop yesterday, Britney Spears has a new book coming out. And in that book, she claims that she got rid of a baby that she made with Justin Timberlake.
So she terminated
back
a
when they were
pregnancy,
dating.
is what you're saying.
She says she would have kept it And it was one of the most agonizing things she ever experienced in her life. As the time that they were dating, think about this, in the 2000s, it was the height of the height of the height for both of them. And if that baby news had come out, I'd be like, oh my God, they're having a baby.
You know, JT's like, happy the strike's going on because you
can't do press.
Tried to do press for trolls.
For trolls.
now he's like, you just lay low.
According to Britney's book, and I quote, Justin definitely was not happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives and that we were way too young. She said, I don't know if that was the right decision. If it had been left up to me alone, I never would have done it. And yet Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. It was one of the most agonizing things I've ever experienced in my life, as I already quoted.
How do you know
before.
he doesn't feel it? Maybe he feels the same way.
Right. Maybe. I don't think it's an easy decision for
it's
the
probably
male
gotta
either.
be.
We usually stereotypically think, oh, the guy's like such a jerk. And I feel like, listen, when there's a loss of a pregnancy, and I know there's plenty of guys out there who are probably like, oh, my gosh, got rid of that one. But, you know, what people don't talk about, especially if somebody miscarried, is how much it affects the dad.
Yeah.
When there's a miscarriage. It is heartbreaking for both parties. And so I don't know what the rebuttal is going to be from JT. And, you know, look, there's also talk that Britney is not really displaying the most well behavior on her social media.
No.
And a lot of people are doubting her in different ways, but it's hard to doubt her knowing what she's been through with this conservatorship and the Free Britney movement and all this stuff. So I don't know what the next step is here in the press of where JT's going to go.
I still think
about
anyone
it.
wins by a guy who's watching all the comments. People, that's what that song meant. I forget which song it was that she was singing.
You know what? It's their business.
And then they're attacking him for because they think he forced this on her. It's like, it's none of your business, first of all.
It's none
people.
of our
What the
business.
hell?
We don't know what. And you know, think how difficult it must have been, because if she did have to go through that, that's around the same time that her baby sister, Jamie Lynn, was given birth.
Well, here's the other thing, too.
Oh, wow.
Don't y'all think that
Think
the
about it, 'cause
machine...
she was like 15 when she got pregnant. She had a
Forgot
baby at
about
16.
that.
Was that the
was
same
right around
time,
the same
though?
time, yeah.
So how about this, though? Don't we think that what we
That'd
know of
be
the
hard.
record industry and managers and all that, don't you think that somebody probably, if she had said that too to somebody, they'd be like, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
We've got millions of dollars of tours coming up. Are you kidding me?
machine.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys can't have this baby.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yep.
100% certain that
Yep.
somebody in entertainment
Pressured
has
them.
been pressured by management or somewhere
would
to be like,
try and
nah.
hide it.
Yes, hide it or pretend like it didn't happen. There's
Yes.
too much money riding on this.
Yes.
There's no way you guys could do this. It's just that there's a lot of moving parts and it's a real touchy subject.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
we'll see what happened. Okay, let me read this text real quick at 37530.
We were talking about the Rangers in Dallas and Houston and stuff. This text just happened.
I moved to Dallas Fort Worth for work. And the morning show here I found is so boring. I got a new car and I have Apple CarPlay now, so I'm so happy I get to listen to the best morning show again. Yay!
thank you.
How do you find us? Well, you can download and listen on the KRBE app. You can tell your smart speaker to play KRBE. You can stream us at krbe.com. You can find us on your favorite audio apps. KRBE podcasts are available wherever you listen to podcasts. Find us on YouTube at 104 KRBE FM. There's so many millions of ways
the
to
old
find us
days,
now.
we'd lose listeners. We used to say,
They'd move
You
away.
gotta replace yourself.
you gotta replace yourself. Now you don't have to do that.
I still say replace
That's
yourself, so we get
cute.
double.
They're like,
numbers.
you need to go
Yes.
find a coworker or somebody that lives here and that never listened to us and
You
tell
got
them
to
to
take
listen.
my spot,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, but now they can go
That's
anywhere.
cute.
Houston
That's
homegrown.
A lot of people listen.
Dominating the world.
Yeah.
It makes them feel good too because they like grew up here and then they go like live
It does.
in Colorado
It
and then they.
makes you feel like you still have a connection
Little
to your
piece of
hometown.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have the biggest listener in Pennsylvania. So weird.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
out of
I
all
wonder
the
who that
states,
is.
I
Your
have no
mom?
idea. Ryan.
Somebody from Pennsylvania is
She's
like
like
number
a
one
really
in the
big
research.
fan. And if it wasn't for all of our streaming services,
I don't know. I could handle like if my
she wouldn't be able to
first of all
listen.
my mom was alive. But,
Yeah.
Like if her listening every day and texting me, that would throw me off
Really? Why?
because I just
Do you feel
say
like
some
you would-
weird stuff here.
probably wouldn't say as
It's
much.
awkward.
Yeah, I feel like
That's funny. No, because I feel like what you hear on air is exactly how I am off air. So I wouldn't
Right.
say something on air and I wouldn't say something off air.
sometimes I say some truth
that-
bombs. Like
Oh, yeah, you do.
I mean, there's
Not
some things-
sometimes.
You're thinking that maybe they're not listening, you know, because they're not in Houston.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I would say anything to my mom.
really.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, look how cute. I'm
Let's
listening
test
to
that out here.
This person's
Next
listening.
week. I got an
in
idea.
Asia.
Okay,
I know,
okay.
Do it.
Throw some truth bombs that your mom doesn't know. She's
Yeah.
like, wait, what's happening?
She's already
Samantha.
learned so much. The
Yeah.
drug dealer you guys always talk about
yeah.
in high school.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, I didn't know that was him.
Why didn't you cut me a deal?
I'm paying full wholesale. I want a wholesale price.
This person said they were listening when they were in Asia. Another person said, I'm
Oh,
listening with my
wow.
13-month-old baby. She heard the clapping just now and she decided to clap too. The littlest fan. How cutesy cutes. I know.
cool.
We do have a break. You know, there was a time also where if you lost like your favorite radio personality, they went to another city, you couldn't hear them because there was no
You'd have no idea what happened.
streaming.
Yeah.
Like meaning like they moved jobs because that happens in radio. You get a job in another city. Maybe you want to be closer to your own family or whatever it is. Now you can. And I can imagine, Sam, how your mom would feel when you left home. If there wasn't this technology, she'd just be like,
absolutely.
well, how was work today? You'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what we did this morning.
Yeah, you wouldn't be like,
Right?
Right, because we get like in such a momentum that
Yes.
it's like,
what do we do?
Maybe just 6.
6:04. What did we talk about?
You can't remember.
Exactly.
I don't know. It was a show.
Because it goes.
I'm back in studio.
I don't know. Yeah, Rula's back there.
I'm back in studio. Yeah, so very interesting. And by the way, you'll see more about this Britney JT story as it goes on because it's probably one of the biggest stories. They're going to just keep peeling the layers. One person wrote, do y'all think she actually wrote this book? Or did somebody write it for
I mean, she probably.
I'm sure somebody wrote
She
it for
probably dictated
her.
the
meaning
story
like-
to somebody. I
yeah,
don't know
it's
about
like-
her.
I don't know if the implication of that text is,
I
do you
bet she
think they
went-
made up chapters for her?
She
Like,
probably put it in Chat GPT.
oh,
Please fix my grammar and make this book sound.
Tell
so
me
I sound
my life.
halfway
Okay.
decent.
there was an SNL skit that Britney did in those years of the super hype, like in the 99, 2000, 2001 years. And it always makes me laugh still, but I imagine this is how the dictation was for the book. She's playing like a real like attitude girl on SNL who has like dark hair. She's wearing like big baggy pants. And it was like a skit about how ridiculous this girl is talking. She goes, and I said, what? And she said, what? And I go, And she goes, And I go, no. That was the whole skit.
Yeah.
So imagine if that was like, and I said, and what? And no. And You got to Google like SNL Britney Spears skits. She was actually really good when she was on. And so was JT. By the way, the other day, my husband went down the rabbit hole of the JT Andy Samberg skit where they were immigrants from Ireland on the ship.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
coming to America.
Yep.
And they're talking about how,
My
and
son, my
he's going to have a
great-grandson.
my grandchild is going to have a singing career. And they go, what is he, a girl? Because back then it was like, oh, he's a singer. What? But it's okay. Sometimes he has a high voice.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's
just
funny.
go down a rabbit hole with SNL, Britney Spears, and Justin
I
Timberlake.
will get a lot of people texting where they listen from. That's
Oh,
pretty
where are you
cool.
listening for? Where's some of the.
Florida, Kentucky, Springfield, Illinois. Oh, yeah, I used to go there all the time.
Cool.
Love Springfield.
Amarillo.
Mexico. Let's see. Destin, Florida. Or no, Daly from Florida.
Okay.
Brittany is 10 years older than Jamie, so they don't think that would have been the same time.
Oh.
Because then she would have been like 25. They were done by then, Justin. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wasn't she like 22 when she was
this
with
person,
JT?
see, this person, we're all getting this bad information about. You guys are giving bad info. Congress signed a law ending daylight savings time. I don't think that happened.
No,
No,
passed
no.
in the Senate, not in the House.
No.
That's why
I
a lot of
don't
people
know
are
why
screwed
they
up.
want to keep it
We were talking about
going.
that earlier about
Yeah.
Is that
daylight savings
Sunday,
time dead
November
in
5th.
the water.
that'll be the big thing in
Clocks
2
go
weeks.
back.
People will be talking about that. Like, what? Wait, we have to change it?
Why are we still doing this?
So that's why. Hey, speaking of like Pennsylvania and stuff, I found this cool little
What is
thing.
the state that you grew up in and what it reveals about you being from that state?
Oh,
so
gosh.
like in here, like I grew up in Illinois, so we can see
Right.
there.
We have Illinois, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Texas. That's the ones we're
Yeah.
going to cover.
Then we can do Louisiana, our neighbors. We can do
Let me
Oklahoma
just
for the
give you this
Rangers.
tease. Who in this room, which state is this? You would never, ever think about putting ketchup on your hot dog.
That's got to be Illinois.
Hell yeah,
that's
that's,
Eric.
yeah, that's my
There's
peach.
there's like 3 stats per state of what the state you grew up in reveals about you. We'll go over it next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
Now, here on the Rule and Ryan Show, we've got a pretty wide cross section of America. You know, Eric was born Illinois.
Yep.
Sam and I were born in Pennsylvania. Kevin was born in Delaware. Rula was born right here in H-Town.
Right here in H-Town.
And we have all these listeners that have been texting where they live.
They're from all over
Listening to us.
on the apps. So here's first of all, let me just throw this your way in case you have travels soon. And you're like, well, how am I going to take Rule and Ryan and Eric and Sam and Special K and everybody a little party in my pocket on your phone?
Wow, I like that. I'm a party in somebody's pocket.
Yeah.
that'll be a first.
You can stream us, of course, at krb.com. You can tell your smart speaker to play KRBE. You can download and listen to the KRBE app. You can find us on your favorite audio apps. You can find the KRB podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.
Raw feeds, there's all kinds of stuff. If you're going
Yeah.
on a road trip,
Yep. So,
get us.
what the state you grew up in reveals about you?
I start with Texas. Should we start with Texas first? Since
Yeah,
Well,
why
I gave
not?
that teaser about the hot dog.
Oh, okay.
So that's definitely Illinois because we're smart when it comes to
If you
eating
know
hot
this
dogs.
show, Eric loses his marbles if you dare put ketchup on a hot dog.
As long as you got mustard on it. I
And
don't
there's
think it's
3
okay.
facts about every state. So the first one was you would never, ever think of putting ketchup on your hot dog. Yes, Illinois.
By the way, I was at Costco, had my hot dog yesterday. I should do that. I should record myself, and I'll be the hot dog police.
How do you eat them?
And I just watch people, they put ketchup on them. Like, what are you? You're not
Because you have
under
nothing
the
better
hot
to
dog
do in
police.
your day?
But are you like a slow nibbler, or are you like a boa constrictor? You just dislocate your lower jaw and just eat the whole thing.
Well, those things
who
are
does
so
that?
big. If you see, yeah,
Who eats like that?
One of my college
Ryan.
roommates.
a cartoon?
Okay, the other thing about Illinois, Eric, is it will always be the Sears Tower to you.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a Willis Tower.
Like
I don't
here,
know
it's
the name of it
like
now.
here, it's Williams Tower, but it's always
Transco to me.
But
Yeah.
for you, the Sears Tower is actually called what now?
I think
the real
Willis.
name?
Willis.
Willis.
What
you
you talking
talking
about?
about, Willis?
Yeah, that's
The third fact of Illinois is you've wondered why other states don't have a Casimir Pulaski Day.
Yeah, that was,
Cashmere Pulaski.
Cashmere.
Oh, Cashmere is how you
March.
say it?
It's Cashmere Pulaski.
Okay.
It's funny, I haven't
See,
lived
I don't
there.
even know what it is.
I haven't lived there in 23 years, and I think it's like March 6th or something.
And who is it?
He was like under Washington, General Washington,
Oh, okay.
or President Washington.
The only
but
reason
he was
I know
he was
that-
a general, and he's Polish, I believe, and we have a big
Yes.
Polish community in Illinois.
Yep.
The only reason I know that is because I love Mickey Rourke's earlier movies. He had a cop movie called Year of the Dragon. And that was the climax of the movie where all the drugs were on board this freighter called the Cashmere Pulaski.
That's funny.
That's how I remember it.
Cashmere
Yeah.
Pulaski.
I knew it as a little chubby Eric going, I get a day off to do jack crap
Yeah.
and play Nintendo.
It's
Here's-
not like I'm some smart guy, Roll. I didn't mean to correct you. I just
No,
like
no,
I
I'm
only
glad
know
you
it
did
from
because
that movie.
I didn't know how to say it. What state you grew up in and what it reveals about you for the state of Texas. You correctly use the term all y'all
Y'all.
when referring to more than two people.
Of course.
All y'all.
I think y'all is charming and it's folksy.
I don't like it.
I've used y'all
Love
my
it.
whole life.
I love it. Okay. You know, real chili does not contain beans.
I disagree.
This is a big debate in
I
Texas.
disagree.
I feel like that's not chili then. That's just like you put
It's
it on
just
a
a
chili
meat
dog.
stew. You gotta have beans.
Yeah, wouldn't it be just called beef stew?
Nope.
Right.
Ground beef
People
stew.
will die
Ground
on that
beef
hill in
stew.
Texas.
I know they do. And then the third fact about Texas, you know football is not a sport, it's a lifestyle.
Yep. Look at the
Football.
look at all the high school stadiums we have. They're bigger than some college stadiums.
True.
That's very true.
Let's see. The next state we're going to hit is Pennsylvania. What the state you grew up
See
in
if we
reveals
agree,
about
Sam.
you. You only refer to your state by two letters.
PA.
Yes. Because Pennsylvania's
Or is
too
it more
long.
like PU?
It's beautiful. Have you even ever been there, Eric?
Oh, wait,
I'm
hold
not
on.
go there until the Steelers are gone. I'll never go.
It's a beautiful
Shut
state.
up. You're such a brat.
And this is very Sam, not Ryan, because you came here when you were young and Sam moved here like, 6 years ago? You still have your original terrible towel.
Oh yeah.
oh, absolutely.
That's what it says. I don't think Ryan ever had a terrible towel.
No.
Yeah. And you don't know why you can't find chip chop ham anywhere else.
Is that that chopped beef we're talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
The
God, I
blank
hate
on the
it.
Is it
shingle.
ham or beef?
It's a,
Ham.
is it?
Wait,
it's
no,
a
no,
brisket.
it's
corned beef.
Chip beef is what you're
corned
talking
beef.
what do you call it when they salt it and then they
Cured.
cured? I think it's cured beef.
Yeah, chips.
Yes.
So that's funny. We were talking about that last
It's
week.
corned
Yep.
about.
chip
Yeah,
beef.
I never liked that
You make
stuff.
your mom bring that
She
stuff
brings it down
down here when she visits.
because I can't find it here.
And the next
funny.
state we're going to hit is
I'm
Delaware.
so
Oh, yeah,
Pennsylvania.
Delaware.
For the,
What do
only
we-
one, the one listener we have, and that's on our show.
What state you grew up in reveals what the state you grew up in reveals that you, Special K. You know what pumpkin chunkin is and why it deserves a world championship competition. What is that?
They make catapults and different air powered machines that will throw pumpkins down a field, and then you measure how far the pumpkin lands, and then you win the contest. And these people have the most Rube Goldberg machines you've ever seen
That'd be cool.
to get these pumpkins at far distance.
It is neat to watch. Go on
Wow.
YouTube and type it up.
Pumpkin chunkin.
Could you weaponize that?
You could probably
I'm
shoot
sure
it
you
out of
could.
Delaware.
Probably from the
Like you can do it in
Renaissance
other
times.
states.
Probably.
Funny, I didn't know about this.
The second thing about Delaware, Special K, sales tax upsets you.
Yeah, because we don't have a sales tax in Delaware. It's a tax-free shopping. So when you see it's a dollar menu at McDonald's, that's all you paying, girl.
Just $1.
Oh, that's going to hurt them when you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it really. You're
Especially
like,
down here.
You're used to it.
8.25%.
Yeah.
What is that going to do to my dollar?
Well, that's like when Europeans come to America and they're like, you have to tip. And it drives them nuts.
Well, they're just like, it's not included. They thought that's all part
I
of
wish
the
it
deal.
did say whatever the price said. $3. It was $3.
It is $3.
yeah,
right.
tip included.
Absolutely.
Or worth whatever, any item you buy something.
Yep.
It's not that I'm being stingy. I'm bad at math.
Yeah, that's
The
fine.
third fact of Delaware, slippery dumplings are the only kind to eat.
because you don't make those little round dumplings in
Are you
Delaware.
talking about dumplings like the Not Asian
Chinese restaurant?
gyoza dumplings. You're talking about
Rolled
Oh, like
dumplings.
like chicken dumplings?
chicken dumplings.
Chicken dumplings. Okay.
Yep, you roll
So-
them out.
Okay.
And then you
Kept
drop them
doing
in, and
the
when
rolling
they come
motion.
out,
As he's
they're
talking.
real slippery. Like they're like they slip right off your plate.
But your butler would
How about
always pick them up
Louisiana?
for you.
My mom would definitely pick up my crumbs. Yes, Lisa.
Hey,
Yes.
Julia Child would come there once a month.
Was Mum the nanny?
My mom was my father's
Mother.
Oh,
I think
okay.
she may have come in here one
We
time. I
met
can't
her.
remember.
Yeah.
Yes, we met
Yeah, you
her.
brought her. First time I met
Okay,
her.
Louisiana listeners, I know we've got a lot of them. Here are the 3 things about your state. You've ever said save the dishes or making groceries. If Ahmad was here, he'd understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save the dishes or making groceries. Somebody from Louisiana text us what that means. You know the difference between Swamp Pop and Zydeco music.
Okay.
Another one
know
is
Swamp Pop.
how to correctly say, which I will incorrectly say, Lafayette, which I think is Lafayette. I don't know how they
Lafayette.
correctly say it. Natchitoches and Wachita. I'm probably saying them all
Oh,
wrong.
I don't know any of those.
Yeah, Wachita. Wachita. I'm probably saying
What
it
about
wrong.
that one
Louisiana
listener, real
friends.
quick, with the listener that
For Rhode Island?
we have a
Oh,
listener,
yeah.
she's like,
Please, we're just such a tiny state. Tell me what happens about Rhode Island. What the state you grew up in reveals about you. Here are the 3 things about Rhode Island. You think Mr. Potato Head is a symbol of state pride. You order Jimmy's on your Sunday, an extra in your coffee, and you can't understand why other states don't have coffee milk. These are things we don't understand, but our Rhode Island listener just smiled.
coffee milk. Don't know what that is, but
Milk for your coffee.
Hey, yo,
got coffee milk there?
Maybe.
Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, it is brought to you by Duncan. By the way, when the Astros play here for the American League Championship Series, on average, we're going to see about $12.5 million come into the Houston economy for each game.
Well, let's hope that comes back around
that means they already made that.
Yeah.
for the first 2. And we want another one. Now
We
coming.
have to.
We need another one to
We
come back.
need him.
We
if
don't
they
need
want
it
him
to
come
end in
back.
Arlington because that's not going to be good news for us if that happens.
Not at all. Now, only 2 states are actually rooting for the Houston Astros, according to online betting platform
Shocker.
Bet Online. That's Texas and Louisiana, and that's based on tweets or X's or whatever the hell you call them now. The Houston Rockets have officially traded Kevin Porter Jr. They got him off the roster yesterday morning, just after a month after the 23-year-old guard was charged with felony assault and strangulation following an arrest in New York. Sources say the Thunder will waive Porter, whom Oklahoma City will pay the balance of the $16.9 million in guaranteed
Now
money.
his girlfriend came out and said he didn't do any of that.
What?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
No.
Yes, I
I was like,
I read
No.
that.
and then someone
I
in
read that.
comments, I'm just reading comments, and said like, really? Well, then I guess your sister must not have known that because she went on, and I guess her sister made a big stink on.
Sounds like somebody
Twitter
got
and X.
paid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to say anything.
Could
I
have
just
some money involved there, allegedly, and that's why maybe she's going back.
I don't know, but because he's done.
yeah.
I mean, he's
Oh,
gonna.
yeah, yeah,
He's done here.
He's going to have like $50 million in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, because don't
woe is
the
me,
Thunder
I'm
take
broke.
them to get him off our roster, and then they immediately release him
Yeah.
and waive him, and
It
they
was-
pay him
Yeah.
Yeah.
just to get him off their roster too?
Yeah.
I think we
It's
lost.
all so they could do. They have cash flows and it's just all stuff that we've never.
Interesting.
So nearly 65% of Houston renters who are 24 and younger spend almost a third of their income on rent. That's crazy, isn't it? Spend a third of your income on rent. This is according to the latest U.S. Census Bureau. 34% of Gen Zers say owning a home feels impossible for them in their lifetime. Man, that's sad too. That the Gen Zers, more than a third of them believe that
I think they
will
also-
never own a home.
But even like millennials would say that 10 years ago.
Well,
I remember
that's
that.
because they don't know about first-time buyer financing. You can put down 3.5% to get a house, although that makes your monthly a little bit higher. The rents, though, the rents are probably going up because home insurance has doubled and taxes are just being
Homeowners insurance is
they'll just
insane.
throw out any number for the value of your house now,
Yeah.
and then you try to fight it and you can't. And so it's unfortunate, but we as landlords have to pass that on to the renter because it costs us. We can't let you live for free, y'all. It cost me to have that house.
Mom and Dad did. Yeah.
True. It's free for them. Coming up next, Special K is going to bring us a prank call. The question is it a telemarketer turnaround? Is it a robocall? What is it? What we got?
Well, collections is back and they want to get my money.
Yes.
No.
Oh, I love
Was
the
Eloise
collection
Penny
calls.
Baker's back?
Eloise, my daughter, took my credit card and
Real almost fell down. She was so
You're going to have
excited.
to have the other foot done.
She was so excited for your prank call.
made a Ryan Chase Lounge as POS.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, my God. Let's hear it next on The Roula and Ryan Show.